Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we're taking the ToLiSs A340-600 Iberia from Madrid to Caracas. The flight is about 8 to 9 hours and should be a fun one, using the latest X-Plane 12 beta again. And yeah, without further ado, let's get this plane started. So the usual stuff. Masters off, mode select normal, weather radar off, predictor winch system off, gear down, wipers off, batteries at least 25.5. 1, 2, APU checked, 1, 2, and 3. Exterior lighting all off, external power A, and then B. And we'll let the aircraft power up. Alright, aircraft started up, AP fire test. Do ACARS initialization. And now database is up to date and has successfully uploaded as well. Do weather requests, and I believe we're doing also ETOPS operations, so and we'll request that, it will print out. Aircraft initialization complete. Do aircraft acceptance. And just checked everything normal. In this case, it should not be normal. We should have some in-op systems because of the not aligned IRSs. I say this every time with the ToLiSs, I know, but they still, after so many years, still don't do that correctly. Right. TBs will check, nothing pulled or such. Aircraft acceptance is checked. No MEL items. We check the status, no MEL items. I do have it enabled though. So if, I mean, they don't really do an MEL, but they do, you know, random failures. I set on and to 1, so that would be based on MTBF. And so we now go do the preliminary performance determination. Our Q&A today in Madrid is 1008. Go ahead and set that up. Once, twice, and 3 times. Cool. And we'll go to takeoff performance. We're going to go ahead and reset everything. 1008, so 1007. The outside air temperature is 9 degrees. We'll put in 10. Our winds we're expecting to be, or are currently, according to the report, 290 at 13. Cool. Runway 36 left is what we're taking. So it looks like, is that a tailwind? No, it's a headwind. Dry anti-ice is not necessarily required until we're airborne. Takeoff weight will we'll get here in a second. Flex auto off. If I mean, we're actually doing 3 at all times. Flaps 3, air conditioning off, flex standard, and our takeoff weight that we're expecting is 312.4. Compute. Flaps 3, 64, 67, 68, 60, 76. Stop margin is 117 for 167, so we'll take 167. That's a good stop margin. 67, 68, 73, 245 green dot. Takeoff weight max 368.0, which is good. Okay. We'll check landing as well. We're taking 10 right, I believe it is. We'll reset this. Expecting a landing weight of 237.7. Config full air conditioning on via approach +5. Auto brake we'll plan with 3 or it's on. Calculate. Okay, so we're probably gonna go with 4 or high. High is rarely used, so 4 probably. 321.6 is checked. Alright, cool. Charge I've also already clipped, so we should be good there. as well. I'm going to go ahead and just enter in 3-2 right as our case we need to come back. And that is checked as well. Alright, let's do the B4 walk-around stuff. So oxygen pressure is sufficient, hydraulic quantities are sufficient, engine oil quantities are good. Flaps up, indication degrees, spoilers disarm, parking brake is set, acupressure is also sufficient. Let's go ahead and open the cockpit door. We can do the briefing with the cam crew, and then the first officer will do the walk around, and we can continue with the pre-flight flows. Oh my goodness, why is it so stuttery? Alright, so let's continue with the overhead scan. While we also do that, let's go ahead and set up our stuff first. So fuel, require 92.3, 92.5 it is. Cargo, .6, something like that. And then cabin, passengers, 338. Alright. So fueling is in progress. Good. Continue. So seatbelt signs say off. Everything else here is checked. Normal, off, off. We do have the low pressure cart connected, so we should be good there. The aircraft should be air conditioned. So that checks out. That also checks out. I can't do anything here because it's mirrored to this. That's a data test. Looks good, and all the resets are in. Maintenance panels checked. Everything looks good there as well. We'll continue. This all checks out. UTC is indeed correct. Date is also correct. Everything else checks out here. That's good. Looks good. Disarm. Cool. 1 to 2.8, 1 to 1.5 on VHF2. That all checks out as well. Everything normal. That's all checked. Everything looks good here. And that's all checked here as well. We're going to go above. Standby, 1 on. And then we can continue with the FMGC. So we'll start with message record, make sure nothing is there. We'd erase and go data position, navigates, deselect and deselect any navigates, but none are broken, so we're good there. And then aircraft status is also checked and looks good. In it, Madrid, everything looks good here. Beria 22 Alpha 3, temperature is 10. I'll put that in. Flight plan, departure, runway 36 left. EC 4 November, none. Insert, arrival, ILS 10 right. Yeah, there's only ILS 10 left. We may do 10 left as well. I was going to do 10 left because it is a longer runway. Let's see, 1, Ovia, BBC. Insert. Let's check. That looks good so far. Okay. For the alternate flight plan, alternate flight plan, we're going with Osmore 2. No transition. Insert. And then the arrival ILS 27. Also no ILS, so Arnav Zulu, I guess. No star. No via. None. Insert. Alright, depth climbs should also be automatically populated by SimBrief in this airplane. It's not realistic, but that's what the ToLiSs does. So 340 step climb at Komoot and 360 at our coordinate waypoint. Alright, let's go and do fix information. And then, in fact, exactly 360. Perfect. We're gonna do some more over here as well, but we're gonna do that here in a moment. You know what, since we're on the flight plan page, we might as well do it now. So we're gonna go to pilot waypoints, and I'm gonna put in my equitime point data. So entry 01. Is 3151.2 north. 032. 07.0 west. Or new waypoint ETP 2550.4 north. 041 or 8.3 west. Door, and then last one is exit 01 174 8.2 north and 053 16.3 west. Door. We'll go back to fix info. We're gonna put that in there. Oh, did I do it twice? Oh, I accidentally put entry twice. That's my mistake. Or did I? No, I did not. Actually, no, I did not. Okay. Ah, because I have it twice. Okay, so it's North 31, 20 miles. ETP01. Probably have that twice as well. It's gonna be North 25, and then yep, exit 01. It's also gonna be twice. It's gonna be the 17. Exit 20 miles. Perfect. All right, flight plan is complete with that. Go to RANAV. Actually, we can check one more thing with flight plan is distance. Normally at this time, also time and extra fuel on board would not calculate because in a B page or data would not be populated by uplink either. It is an option, I believe, but most airlines don't do that. But it's, again, it's ToLiSs. I don't expect ultra realism. So let's check. So distance 39:27, 39:14 is checked with 8 hours and 43 minutes. Here says 8 hours and 17 minutes. That will change here momentarily once we get our wind uplinked, and we'll double check again. And the extra fuel on board is also very high. So init wind request, init V page, and our zero fuel weight that we're expecting is 220.9 is checked. Block fuel 92.2 also checked. 5% 30 minutes. Taxi fuel is 0.8, and the alternate fuel is 5.3. Insert. Perfect. If we go back to flight plan, you can see it has now changed to something closer.
Madrid traffic, traveling 705.
Which is 839 and 19.4, which is also closer to our flight plan, which is also nice. That's good. Go to performance, flaps tree. Expecting a flex of 64, 167, 168, and 173. 13,000. And here we have our NADP departures. I'm gonna check whether or not we have anything. Yep, so NADP1, so 3470 slash 4970. We're gonna go 3600 on the engine out acceleration. Next phase, I would put a D rate in here as well. That's not simulated. Doesn't surprise me. So pre-flight cruise optimum recommended max is checked. This should not appear because we're aligned and we're in GPS mode. And GPS primary 1.0, that's checked. We'll put in our return, Madrid, runway 32 right. Insert. Secondary flight plan, copy active. New destination. Arrival, ILS 32 right, Zulu. Normally you don't have to insert anything here except for holds. And then we're gonna go next waypoint. We're gonna put in 36 left 25. Next waypoint, I already have it. And we'll put in a hold computed, and this is where you would have to insert it. Alright, we'll go to secondary performance. It does not copy all the performance data, which is incorrect. It should copy V speeds, take flaps, flex, and everything. It should copy everything. And the init page should not disappear. You should still be able to access it, so that's incorrect. And we're just going to put in our data. 008, 10 degrees. What was it? 290, 13. Transition level is going to be probably 140. And then 3470, 4970, and 3600. And that's set and checked. Last thing we can do is go to pilot routes, and we could store, actually return. We'll delete all routes and we'll store the active S route 1, and we can verify everything here, but that's not perfect either, and you can't scroll through the whole flight plan, so that makes no sense to do this anyways, at least in this airplane. Next we'll go to data equitime point, and I'm going to plug in our alternates like I said I would do, which are also here. So GVAC with winds 03013, and then TVPB with winds 120 at 11. All right. I'm curious. I don't think RTA is simulated in this. So no RTA. So we cannot calculate anything here anyways. So ETP is also set. And so we just wait for boarding to complete, fueling to complete, all that good stuff. Still in progress, and we're going to continue with the pre-flight procedure. So constraints, WR, VOR, initial climb is 13,000. VOR, everything is checked here. We can set that, that is the flight plan. Function test not simulated, I can't close the door. Everything else checks out here. 1 o'clock position, climb nav, blue factors 1 to 2, 13,000. Altitudes within 35 feet is checked. Everything else looks good here as well. Pressurization is correct. Landing elevation auto, everything's checked. Status is normal. That is also checked. So the airplane is pretty much ready to go. We're just waiting for fueling to complete, boarding to complete, and then we'll continue with the before start items. Alright, so boarding and fueling is completed. So seatbelt signs can come on. And we'll finish off the init page. So 220.8, I'll update that. And 24.4. That we have 90.4. Oh, I made a mistake. 92.4. 92.4. Here we go. That is set and checked. Perfect. So performance, we'll recalculate that. So reset. Flex. Air conditioning off. Config 3. Anti-ice off. Runway condition dry. 1007. Temperature 11. And that can stay. Compute. (246) within 1 knot is checked. Up 2.7. Flex 64, 164. We'll check that margin is fine. Within 1 knot is checked. That's good to go. All right. So cockpit preparation checklist: gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity 92.4 tons and balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. The DIRs are nav and 0. VRF 1008 set once, twice, 3 times and within range, which is good to go as well. Cockpit preparation checklist is completed. Alright, so before start items, idle parking brake is set, air pressure sufficient, turn on the beacon, fuel pumps. Before start checklist: parking brake set, takeoff speeds and thrust set, 164, 168, 173, flex 640 degrees, windows closed, beacon on. Before start checklist is completed. So let's go ahead and call or start the push down.
Cockpit, please tell me where you want to go. Bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake is released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And that sound is so annoying. It keeps cutting off. ESS did not do a very good job with their Soundpack for the 340-600. Very rushed. Alright, start. And we'll start engine 1 and 2. So engine 1, wait for 10% and 3, and we'll start engine 2. Engine 2. Did I say engine 3? And engine 2. Alright, so 1 and 2 are starting. And we'll wait for both to become available. Alright, engines 1 and 2 available, starting 3. Waiting for 10% and 3, and then starting 4. Starting 4.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Available, 4 is available. Is set. After start checklist, anti-ice off, econ status is checked, pitch trim is set, and rudder trim is neutral. Flight control check, pull up, pull down, neutral, pull left, pull right, neutral,
traffic, highway 70 departure, runway 32 left,
Connected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
flight control check complete. Hands signal given. Madrid traffic, taxiing to runway 36 left via Echo Bravo 6, Echo Bravo 7, November 10 and November 4 to holding point runway 36 left. taxi. Brake check. Pressure 0. It must not be very heavy, or we're downhill. Alright, so taxi checklist, flight controls check, flaps setting, config 3, planned and set, radar and predictive wind shear system on, engine mode switch to normal, and econ memo, takeoff, no blue. Alright. Plan up checklist, runway 36 left confirmed. TCAS, TARA, packs 1 and 2 off. Cabin has been advised. Cam crew seats for departure. Something that I don't think they've simulated either correctly is at, I believe, 40 knots. The taxi camera should automatically switch off. Not the switch will stay in taxi position, but the camera will switch off and you'll go back to the PFD. I don't think ToLiSs have simulated that. So, just to be aware of that. So, we're ready to go. So initially 1.05 EPR, half stick down, and flag 64 SRS auto thrust blue. Just climb auto thrust, pack 1 and pack 2. Climb. Pack 2. Ops 1. And we'll do auto flap retraction. There it goes. So we're about to reach top of descent, so let's go ahead and plan for it. First things first, status of the airplane is normal. Everything's checked, landing elevation is checked 230 feet. It's good to go. We'll do a weather request. I believe we have Vatsim, no. Okay, so weather report has been going to fuel prediction page, extra fuel on board 18.7 with a total fuel weight of 220.8. That puts us at 221.5, 231.5, 239.5. If you reset this, 239.5. Flaps full, air conditioning on. We're taking 10 left, 3011 to 814 dry, anti-ice off. Auto brake, we'll go with 3 compute. Perfect. Let's go via approach plus 5. Compute. Alright, so that is what we'll do. So 10 left is confirmed. Fix information. I'll check this out.
Manchete diagonal, estar allá aquí por 1533 o hora 25 en ronda. Estamos listos en Caracas para probar.
Yankee Víctor 1533 recibido, está aprobado su plan de vuelo visual.
Lista en la punta de espera, la 10 te llamamos. 1533.
360 KLM 51.
Ready for the descent. Continue.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, check, 5.
Alright, parking checklist. They're a bit far away. Parking checklist. Parking brake or chalk set, engines off, wing lights off, fuel pumps off, fuel electric pump. Not required because it's an A320 thing. Alright, parking checklist completed. Welcome to our destination. The landing rate was 101, I think it was. I just checked 103, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the flight as much as I did. And we'll see you all in the next video. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, and peace!